What's going on, everybody? Today, Blizzard rolled out their patch notes for the Diablo III 2.7.2 patch public test realm. This includes information on the upcoming ladder season 25. I know a lot of people have moved on from Diablo III, especially now with the release of Diablo II Resurrected, but I still enjoy checking out the ladder seasons for at least a couple weeks to see what they've done. Lately, they've been a ton of fun. So let's check this out. New season theme. Season 25 introduces a new type of socketable item called Soul Shards. Nephilim can find 7 unique soul shards based on the Lords of Hell, which give players demonic new powers. One of 3 prime evil soul shards can be equipped into helms, and one of 4 lesser evil soul shards can be equipped into weapons. Each soul shard can be upgraded 3 times using a new seasonal exclusive consumable, the Hellforge Ember. Okay, so 3 prime evil soul shards for the helm, so that would include Diablo, Mephisto, and Baal. And 4 lesser evil soul shards for weapons, so Andariel, Duriel, Belial, and Asmodan. And then we can upgrade each one of these 3 times, so how does that work? Soul Shards and Hellforge Embers can drop from anywhere in Sanctuary, but Soul Shards have a higher chance to drop from bosses. Soul Shards cannot be traded, but can be salvaged or utilized in Kel'Thuzan's Despair. You may only equip 1 prime evil soul shard and 1 lesser evil soul shard at a time. Lastly, Soul Shards and Hellforge Embers only drop in seasonal play and will not transfer to your non-seasonal character when the season ends. Okay, so that last part's pretty standard. So they'll have the highest chance to drop off of bosses, but they don't specify if they can drop off of Rift bosses or only in the normal world. I'm not sure if Rifts are considered part of Sanctuary, but I'm guessing they're trying to give us more to do outside of Rifts, so probably not. They also said we can salvage them and use them for Kel'Thuzan's Despair. So if we can only upgrade them 3 times and they're useful for Kel'Thuzan's Despair, I'm guessing each upgraded level has a corresponding legendary gem level like 25, 50, 75, or something like that. If you're not sure what Kel'Thuzan's Despair is, it's the Kenai's Cube recipe in Diablo III that allows you to combine legendary gems and flawless royal gems to increase your main stat on all of your gear, which is crucial when pushing further into the endgame. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. It'll be on the PTR in a few days, so we'll be able to check it out then. And then they included a developer's note that says, with the upcoming 25th anniversary of the Diablo franchise, we wanted players to delve into the darker side of the Nephilim's past. In Season 25, players can embrace evil by infusing themselves with the essences of the Lords of Hell. Players will embark on their season journey to discover and upgrade demonic soul shards based on the 7 Lords of Hell. By embodying a prime and lesser evil, players will inflict new forms of pain and suffering on the demons of Sanctuary. We can't wait for players to get their hands on soul shards to start unlocking their true power. So it doesn't seem like they break down exactly what these soul shards do. So this is going to be another thing that we just kind of have to wait and see for ourselves, which is kind of exciting. We can assume these soul shards give us a massive power increase, but how? Are they going to give us abilities from the corresponding evils? Like if we use a soul shard from Mephisto, are we going to gain innate lightning enhancements to our abilities, or will we get new abilities altogether? And then will we also get some kind of visual aesthetic change? Alright, then they go on to break down what items they've made changes to, as well as what sets they've tweaked or rebalanced, and they also boil it down to the bottom line of what the idea was behind each class change. So I'm going to focus mostly on the overview notes, as I feel a bit underqualified to speak on every individual change. If you're looking for a more detailed breakdown, I'd recommend checking the guys over at maxroll.gg, since they study all the ins and outs of these games and they've been doing a really great job. Alright, so first up they talked about the Barbarian. It says they wanted to buff the Barbarian's Hammer of the Ancients playstyle without putting the power into a specific set. So that sounds like they're going to be a little less restrictive as far as what can utilize the Hammer of the Ancients playstyle. It sounds like more of a change than a nerf or a buff, but it sounds like they're adding a little bit more flexibility to the Barbarian playstyle, which usually isn't a bad thing. Then they moved on to the Witch Doctor and stated, we reworked the Witch Doctor's Spirit of the Erekir set, as well as several legendary Witch Doctor items. With these changes, we hope to infuse the Spirit of the Erekir with more flavor and gameplay, as well as give Witch Doctors a much needed power increase. So it sounds like Witch Doctors are getting a pretty decent sized buff. Then they moved on to Demon Hunters. We adjusted the Demon Hunter embodiment of the Marauder set to give it some of its legacy functionality and shifted power back to the Sentries. Additionally, we buffed the Shadows Mantle set to make it more effective against multiple targets. Alright, so it sounds like they made changes to 2 of the Demon Hunter sets. The Marauders is going to be focused more on Sentries again, which is how it originally was if I remember correctly. And then the Shadow Mantle set is going to be doing more damage to multiple enemies. Alright, next up they talked about Necromancers. The Necromancer's Bones of Rathma set redesign has not been as strong as we initially hoped, so we've increased the power. So Necromancers are just getting a buff there, which is great. I feel like they're probably underplayed. And last up was the Wizard. The Wizard's Firebird's Finery was reborn in patch 2.7.0 and has been one of the strongest builds in the game for all activities since. It's time to reduce the power of Firebird's Finery to bring it more in line with other classes and builds. So Wizards are getting the nerf here. So if you love playing Wizards, you might be a little bummed here, but hopefully it isn't nerfed to the ground and it's just kind of in line with everybody else now. Alright, so it looks like the PTR is going to be going live this Thursday, November 4th, so I'll probably be checking it out then. Thank you so much for watching.